Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's July 1st, 2024. We got some much needed rain, about 1.5 inches over the last couple of days, which was a blessing. But we also have been getting more and more high wind storms recently, which have been doing more and more damage and made it impossible for shooting videos outside for the most part. But yesterday we lost one of our almond trees here, so we're over in the almond forest here, and not yesterday, the day before yesterday. It was way too windy yesterday to try and do anything about this. So this is one of the almonds here. Snapped one of the main roots down here. Might be able to save it. We'll have to see what we can do. We saved them like this before. So what I'm going to end up doing is, and so it came down, it's sitting on top of this almond as well. So I'm going to do some heavy-duty pruning here. And then what I'm going to try and do is stand it up and support it, get between this apple and the pawpaw here, and tie it off over here to this oak tree. But a lot of these are leaning. That's why getting a good living fence is really, really important. And I think in this area here, what I've got to do is really increase the thickness. I've been trying to make it a good 25 feet deep. I think I got to go 30 feet deep. And I'll be transplanting some of the big high bush blueberry bushes along in here as well. They won't be producing as many berries, but it'll help it more of a windbreak when we get those shear force winds coming over here. So that's one of the things I'm going to do today, is I'm going to do some pruning and then see if I can figure out how to get this puppy back up. Then on to the regular jobs. Well, I started off by using the chainsaw and then the Klez bypass pruner, electric bypass pruner, and took quite a bit off. This particular almond tree, I believe 2 years ago, went over as well and snapped one of the main roots off, and I think it snapped a second root off this time. So, and where the first one was, so I have my doubts that this is going to work at all. Hopefully there's 2 more roots on there, but yeah, this did not work out so well. So it's actually pulled up out of the ground some, and So we'll see how things are. So without Thea's assistance, this may not have worked out. So Thea's got the Girl Scout abilities to tie off, so we went ahead and got it tied off up here in the oak tree. So that's pretty good. And because it's so unstable, I had to pull it this way to try and stabilize it somewhat. I did mound up the mulch around this a little bit too high. I was hoping to stimulate some more roots down there, but that did not work out. But you can see where that big root was 2 years ago. That looks like that is just completely disintegrated. And then the one from this side broke as well. So chances are maybe 10% chance that it's going to make it and be stable long term. But I knew I had to get pretty aggressive with taking a lot off in order for this to have a chance. So we'll give it a chance. If not, we got plenty of almond trees. The green machine with the hydraulic boom here really does help out an awful lot. So that was good. I just put my quick hitch on the front of the bucket here to facilitate it, and that worked out pretty well. So I had to put a couple of T-posts in to try and stabilize it some from each side. If it goes down again, it's done. But as you can see, so many of these trees, the winds that come out of the west, they all lean this way. And so we do our best to support them and hope that we don't want to support them too tightly. Like this one's supported very tightly, but it's the only way we can keep this one up. If you support them too tightly, I think it hinders their root development. But that's that. And so this is the tree that was folded over. So I may come back and prune this one off some more. I'm going to give it a couple of days first to see how it does do before making that decision. Lots of almonds all over the ground here. Hopefully the wildlife will come in and gobble some of those up. They're not mature at all yet, and quite a bit there. So we did very little damage. Without these assistants, we wouldn't have gotten this all tied up. She's so good at tying secure knots. Mine are secure knots, but you can't ever get them out later on. So that's it. I thought I'd share with you one of the trees and one of our salvage attempts. Not very likely it's going to work out, but we'll give it a shot. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. And by all means, folks, stay safe and take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye now.